Greetings and salutations. This is the voice of Loquacious of Herd, bringing you his afterthoughts on My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 8, Episode 8, titled The Parent Map. I heartily suggest you find and watch the episode itself sans commentary before proceeding with either this Spoken Herd's Afterthoughts review or viewing my full reaction, which is hosted at the link in the description. Please support the official release. Be warned, this Afterthoughts review will contain spoilers for the episode. With that out of the way, on to the review. The show is pulling up doubles, what with the 8th episode of the 8th season, so it looks like we're in for some double trouble. Where to start? Why, at the Crystal Empire, of course, where Sunburst is being Sunburst, engrossed in his reading, ignoring the social nicety of tipping his mail delivery pony with root vegetables, ditching a letter from Sire's Hollow into the pile in the corner of this room, and generally being the studious ditz we've come to know and love. But wait, what's this?
What's this? Could I be experiencing the cerebration transmogrification effect described in Chapter 17? Oh, my cutie mark is glowing. My cutie mark is glowing! I know what this means! Why am I yelling?
Sunburst is yelling because he's excited. He's being called by the plot device, cutie map. I already mentioned my thoughts on the whole map call thing on more than one occasion. Effectively, I approve of Harmony's ability to both discover problems in need of solving and of ponies required to solve those problems. I also approve of Harmony's ability to alert the latter as to the existence and location of the former, all without some sort of limited list of potential friendship problem solver candidates or required attunement to the map, etc. The forces of Equestrian Harmony, the tree, the elements, the map, are supposed to be the most powerful magic known to ponykind. The idea that they'd have limits on who they could call and send to sort out a problem never really seemed right to me. So, off to Twilight's castle.
Starlight! You mean we've both been called? This is great!
Yeah, great.
Starlight and Sunburst are being sent off together. That's also entirely in character. The map has a habit of sending pairs of ponies to pacify potential problems. But what's this? Starlight seems unenthused.
I'm sorry, are you not excited to go on a mission with me?
No. No, I mean, yes. Totally excited about us going together, just not so excited about where.
Sire's Hollow?
Yep, home.
Oh, great.
Well, well, well. So Starlight and Sunburst have been called back to the village where they both grew up. And we have a name for it now. Sire's Hollow. Fitting. Further, it seems neither of our two protagonists seem happy to be heading home. We don't know much about the early life of either Starlight or Sunburst, just that when they were young, Sunburst and his family suddenly moved to Canterlot, where he flunked out of magic school, and that his abrupt departure wound up doing a real number on Starlight's own beliefs and character. It was a traumatic experience for all concerned, and one which, thankfully, both of these two have managed to grow past. Given those childhood traumas, I can see a certain lack of enthusiasm for return to the old homestead, but they both seem a bit more burdened by the prospect of their friendship quest than I anticipated.
It's not that I don't want to go home, it's just that whenever I do, my dad treats me like a filly. Like nothing's changed since I was a foal.
Huh.
I know, I'm a horrible daughter.
No. My mom actually does kind of the same thing.
Really?
I don't even have to go home. She sends me letters constantly asking about my plans for the future. You're a grown-up pony, Sunburst. You need a plan. I haven't been home in a while either.
We'll just have to explain to our parents that we're on an important friendship mission, so they can't bother us.
Do you think that will work?
Nope.
I agree that this probably won't work, but that's more because from this exchange I have deduced that the friendship problems Starlight and Sunburst are here to solve are their respective relationships with their parents. So, on to the village!
Great thing about home is it always stays just how you left. Oh!
Where did that come from?
Welcome to Sire's Hollow.
Things have changed. And those changes can be rather discomforting, especially after you've been away for a while and thus weren't present for the gradual progress from what was to what is. Within the village square, they find much has changed. Half the old shops are gone, replaced by new stores, and a charming, if slightly pushy, fragrance peddler. The other side of things involves the same old places, including a lovely bookstore, but many of these old places are now effectively off-limits due to preservation efforts. Indeed, between the Sires Hollow Development Committee and the Sires Hollow Preservation Society, the town seems split in twain, one half embracing change and the new, even if newer isn't better, the other intent on preserving the past at all cost, even if modernization would lead to substantial improvement. Between them, these two competing factions are all set up for some major conflicts.
Preservation Society? What is happening around here?
I'll explain it to you, Sugar Plum. You are just as cutesy-wootsy as ever.
Dad! Quit it! What is going on?
Oh, just a father wanting to preserve our town's rich history for his little pumpkin wumpkin.
Dad, you promised no pumpkin wumpkins in public.
Yep. Definite problems in Starlight's relationship with her dad, Firelight. And to top it off, her dad's behind one of the two competing factions in Sires Hollow. Any guesses as to who's heading up the opposing faction?
Mom?
Our village needs the same thing you do, Sunburst. A clear plan for the future. That's why I started the Sires Hollow Development Committee. And I've got plans for this little town. Big plans.
This also looks like a friendship problem. So, another doubling, 2 ponies, 2 problems on this Double 8 episode? I like.
Listen here, Stellar Flare. I'm not gonna let you turn our historical heritage into Las Pegasus.
And I'm not going to let you turn it into a museum.
Wait, are you two fighting over this?
Like having a friendship problem?
Oh, there's no problem.
Because there is no friendship.
Well, the good news is we know why we're here.
Actually, I suspect they don't really know why they're here. The conflict between Stellar Flare and Firelight over town preservation and development is a real issue. But more than that, the parent-child relationships in these cases are clearly of the unusually strained and fraught with difficulty sorts. Still, dealing with the immediate conflict between the elders may help shed some much-needed light on the underlying problems involving the kids. So, let's see how this starts out.
Sunburst and I were called here to do a job, and it looks like you two are it.
You mean your success depends on us?
And you have to hang out with us the whole time you're here?
Well, I'll hear what you have to say, but every plan I've made for this town is perfectly reasonable.
Good luck convincing me my preservation efforts don't make sense.
Sigh indeed. Well, it's off to show Firelight and Stellar Flare the errors of their respective ways. It doesn't take too long. An unusable bookstore and a bakery where the old recipes result in bread that's more building material than foodstuff soon have Firelight reconsidering his stance of everything must be preserved. And as for Stellar Flare?
Welcome to Sires Hollow. Welcome to Sires Hollow. Welcome to Sires Hollow. Welcome to Sires Hollow. Welcome to Sires...
Okay, it's annoying. I get it.
Problem solved, yes?
Maybe my preservation efforts were a little over the top.
And I might have been trying to turn the town into a shopping mall.
Well, whatever direction the town takes from now on, how about we work together on it?
Deal.
Then we're right back to Stellar Flare attempting to micromanage Sunburst's life and watching her ignore her son's input. And Firelight is back to babying Starlight. Neither Starlight nor Sunburst are pleased with this state of affairs, but with the superficial problem dealt with...
Oh, look at the time! We should get going now that we've solved the friendship problem, right, Starlight?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think we did solve it. When we solve a friendship problem, our cutie marks are supposed to glow.
Uh-oh. Looks like Starlight and Sunburst are stuck in Cyrus Hollow until they can figure out the real issue they have to deal with.
I guess you two weren't the problem we were sent to solve after all.
So now you don't even know why you're here? We have to figure this out before we run out of time.
Mom, there isn't a time limit.
So you're here for an extra long visit? You can stay in your old room, Punky Wonk. It's just like you left it.
Wow. Just wow. Goth light. Angst light. Glimmy went through one of those phases before setting off on her path of fixing the problems in the world, which, given that her perception of the problems in the world boiled down to differences between ponies which lead to strife, effectively transformed her journey from that of the heroine to that of the villain. Still, that room. Wow.
We need to find this friendship problem now.
It's not quite that simple. The parents have inserted themselves into the search. Firelight and Stellar both know the town better than either Sunburst or Starlight, after all. The kids haven't been back in years, it would seem. But neither Firelight's obsession with researching the past, nor Stellar Flare's attempts to game the system by manufacturing problems for her son to solve, managed to get any pony nearer a solution. Indeed, all that is accomplished is to push Starlight and Sunburst nearer and nearer to their breaking points, until, as one would expect, they both boil over.
How are things on your end?
Couldn't be better. New leads and such.
Guys?
We really are providing excellent assistance, aren't we?
Guys!
I dare say our children should be grateful for our help.
Guys!
We don't want your help!
Oh, snap! The kids don't want their parents' help.
What reason could you possibly have for that?
Because you're driving us crazy!
Oh, really? And just how am I driving you crazy?
By always coming up with plans! I don't need a plan! I mean, maybe I do, but it'll be mine, not yours!
Well, I'm sorry for trying to help.
And you're not any better. I'm not a filly. I'm a grown pony with a job to do, and I'll do it on my own.
Well, I'll let you get to it then.
Well, that didn't make things better, but did it at least shine a light on the real friendship problem here in Cyrus Hollow?
Great. Now we have to smooth things over with our parents on top of finding and solving a friendship problem.
It's almost like our relationship with our parents is the friendship problem.
You don't think that's it, do you?
That's what all of us think.
Oh. Why couldn't we have been sent to stop a war or something?
It can be much easier to see what someone else ought to do or could do to fix some life issues. Fixing your own life issues? That can be a lot harder. What's called for here are apologies and some open and honest communication from all parties involved. And, in short order, we get just that.
Usually Twilight or one of our other friends gets called to a place with a friendship problem to fix.
But Starlight and I realized we came here to fix a friendship problem we already had.
I'm sorry I've been avoiding coming home, Dad, but you can't keep treating me like a foal.
I'm sorry, Sugar Bun. I just know how hard things were for you when you left home. I guess I wanted you to feel safe, like when you were young.
Dad, I know I've made some mistakes, and I'll probably make a bunch more, but I learned from them. I think that's what growing up is.
I'm sorry I never told you how much your plans bothered me, and I know you just want me to succeed, but I need to do that on my own.
I remember how lost you were when you flunked out of magic school. I thought, as long as you had a plan, you'd never feel that way again.
You don't have to worry, Mom. I need to find my own way. But I definitely don't feel lost anymore.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Baker Pony. This was a lovely resolution to a thorny problem. And it was good to see more of Cyrus Hollow, and to meet some more of the pony parents. Although, we still don't know about Sunburst's father or Starlight's mother. The episode ends with an exchange where they touch on the idea that the relationship between parent and child can and should involve friendship. A friendship based on mutual respect. This strikes me as a good closing theme, although I suspect, given Stellar Flare's suggestion of road trips where she and Firelight can drop in on their respective kids, this is still something that these four ponies will be working on in the months and years to come. But at least they're off to a good start. If you wish to see my full reaction to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 8, Episode 8, titled The Parent Map, the link, as I mentioned earlier, is in the description. Feel free to leave any comments or likes for that reaction here on this Afterthoughts review. And until next time, as always, kindly remember, y'all are awesome. Stay awesome.